I really need to get a checkbook.
Soon enough, Terry woke up with a knocking at his door, and who was it? No, that's Julio herself. Basically feeling bad about the conversation at dinner and just hugging him. And Terry promised to talk about it more and answer any questions she has. Well, at least the one important question from what we've seen is that Terry's single now, so that's a question she can erase off the bucket list.
But going further on, they decided
Celia is a bad guy.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to say, Celia is a bad guy. We're obsessed with Terry. We're just making jokes, people. Don't take these jokes if these are characters you like, don't take them too personally. We just like to make light humor out of it.
Pretty much.
Anyway, back to what you were saying.
Basically, going forward from there, while they were searching for one of the armor pieces in the country of Turkey, well, actually, no, goes beyond that. Joe is eventually sent off to Baghdad to meet up with Andy and Mai for searching for one of the armor pieces. While in the case of Terry and Julia, they actually managed to jam it and escape, just barely.
Well, yeah, but before that happened, and you may be wondering why Joe left them and stuff. They actually found a little secret where one of the armor pieces may be, because they were at a library. Every person's worst nightmare if they don't like books.
I don't mind books.
Books are nice. But anyway,
unless it's manga.
Yeah, but moving on. They were actually looking up research while Joe was sleeping. Reminds me of Hazard when he's got too much information on the brain and tired out from looking up.
Shut up.
But if anything, that whole scene does remind me of Retro Warriors when we're trying to do work together. But anyway, they were finding the armor piece, looking for the armor piece, and funny enough, apparently they found out that one of the armor pieces is located at Wolfgang Krause's castle.
Of all the places.
Talk about... I like the little shout out to Fatal Fury 2. That's a nice one. But I'm surprised that castle is still even standing after that whole thing.
Well, it's not like they completely annihilated it, just sections of it were pretty much fucked up beyond repair.
That's true, but I'm surprised it's still holding up. I thought it would have been, torn down a few decades ago or something with its empty owner, but I digress. But soon enough, Joe did leave Terry and Celia behind to go tell Andy and Mai about the situation, though those situations kind of got weird. Though, aside from Joe being like a crossy, asking what's the whole ship thing going on between you two.
Hey!
Wait, what now?
Tell me I'm wrong, dude. Remember how Joe was acting... Remember how Joe was acting saying how things would... You don't want to be a lone wolf forever to Terry and stuff when Celia was around?
Oh yeah, that.
That's why I was calling her a crossy.
Hey!
Well, he's not wrong.
Who said you won?
My own. Chaotic neutral, remember?
Chaotic neutral. But soon enough, people were doing their... Soon enough, Andy and Mai were doing their thing, and, well, there was, this scene might be heavily censored, or it might not be shown here. I am sorry, but if you want to see this uncensored, go watch the movie yourself. My nude shower scene. Yep, titties exposed and butt. Lots of titties and butt.
Pretty much.
Ass and titties.
Ass and titties. Yep. So, Crossy might have to put a big old censor bar if she showed that shit up there, or not. But soon enough, after the shower, Mai calmly tried to go into bed and try to see if Andy would join, and how does Andy escape that? By doing push-ups and said he was gonna sleep on the couch.
What you doing?
I was just thinking how the two of us can't sleep in the, same bed.
It can't be helped. This was the only room, right?
Oh my god, do you need landing lights to the bed? She wants to sleep with you!
It's
That's one
where
where
Mai is thirsty.
Yeah, but fellas, if you want to escape from having sex with a girl you're not fully committed to yet, just say you'll sleep on the couch. Zammy, if you're watching this, I apologize.
I feel like Jam's gonna kill you for that later.
Are you upset?
No, because I know how you're going to pay me back.
What are you...
I would never do that, I swear!
Uh-huh.
Shut up, or I'm sending you to Koi's. I doubt this will be kept in, but it'll be a great-ass blooper. Anywho, back to the reviewing. Back to the reviewing.
Mai tries pretty damn hard to get Andy to, pay attention to her in more ways than one.
Yeah, she's not even, I don't think she's wearing anything under that bathrobe of hers either, so...
Even going as far as basically deciding to do a little bit of an erotic dance on stage in front of
We'll
Andy
get to that.
at a club.
Yeah, but we'll get to that later. Basically, soon enough, as has it mentioned a while back earlier, while Celia and Terry were on their way to Wolfgang Krause's castle, they were run into by Jammin.
Yep, and Jammin was one hell of an opponent. Terry was actually
knew
able to
what-
fight on even ground with him.
Yeah, though, his moves did overpower Terry when it comes to a power wave.
Oh yeah.
Though it wasn't easy, though. Terry tried his best to hold up, and, well, Julia basically threatened to get in Loudcorn's way. What kind of fucking name is Loudcorn, I swear?
Blame the
Unicorn.
parents who named them.
Ugh. Anyway, soon enough, basically there was a big old energy blast between Terry's power geyser and Loudcorn's strange energy blast that caused an explosion where Terry was injured, but Celia and Terry was able to escape without some major injuries, of course.
Yep, and while that was going on, guess who ends up at Krauser's castle? Tanny, one of Loudcorn's only female henchmen. And of course, she fights and eventually beats the shit out of Lawrence Blood.
For those who don't know who Lawrence Blood is, he was the possible right-hand man of Wolfgang Krauser, who was still alive after their encounter with Andy and Mai. But,
And if I remember correctly, wasn't he in the second movie as well? He basically kidnapped Mai.
yes, he was.
Okay.
Well, she was putting up a good fight, and then later on, she got kidnapped, and Andy just beat Lance Blood in, 3 fucking seconds?
Yeah.
Mm.
But going back to this movie.
Yeah, back to this movie. You remember how I said there were we talked about weirder healings? Yeah, she tried her healing powers, and it didn't work so well. So, how does she heal him? Full body contact by removing most of her clothing and laying on top of him, and what looks like to be an abandoned church area.
Pretty much.
She was basically in her bra underwear as she just laid on top of Terry, who was jacket and shirtless from the looks of it. Thank God it didn't escalate weirder. Or she wasn't.
Yep.
But Krause called it fucking during the watching. I don't know how.
You are
Shut
clearly
up.
thirsty for rosé.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
Anyway. But yeah, aside from that weird healing, Terry was actually having a bit of a nightmare because he was reoccurring Lily's death from his head.
With Tom Cruise's death as well.
Yeah, but soon enough, basically he Magic Geese Tower left behind him and stuff, and soon enough, when he looked back at his hands, he saw Sulia's dead body in his hands. Basically fearing if he did have feelings for her and stuff, he's just worried that history is going to repeat itself. Hence why Terry, I think, is mostly single most of these days. I think I could be wrong, because my lore is a little rusty. But anywho, but while this was going on, Andy and Joe was heading back to the castle as well. But before then, basically, Andy and Mai were heading to this disco dance club run by who was a participant in frickin' Goose's old tournament from the first movie, Duck King. No, I'm not even joking. His name is Duck King.
Yeah.
D-U-C-K space K-I-N-G. Duck King. He's the king of ducks, apparently. And if you don't believe me, he believes himself as the Duck King. He has a fucking party blue float of a duck.
But yeah,
But-
moving on to that.
while they were there, they were actually looking for Master Jubei, because he would know where one of the armor pieces is.
Thanks to the
But
fact
how
that,
does...
Mostly thanks to the fact that Terry realized, oh wait, Tung must have known about the armor from the get-go. So why not ask somebody who knew what Tung would probably do?
That would be Master Jubei, because those two are close friends. And how did Annie first find Master Tung? Surrounded by women, being a Master Roshi.
I think it means Jubei. Tung was dead.
Jubei. my mind is all over the place. But yeah. But Jubei was being a Master Roshi as usual. But he was able to get... No, I'm not. But what I'm surprised about was this next part. But after getting some information where the armor piece was, as has been mentioned earlier, Mai was on stage dancing just to get Annie's attention, and I got his attention all right, but I got everyone else in the club's attention.
God damn it, Mai.
Is the Super Banana Bomb Pop made of real bananas?